Hello and welcome to BoI Weekly. I'm Kayode Alayande. Just last week, the Bank of Industry organized the media Parley here in Lagos. It was an occasion designed to bring together members of the press on print, broadcast and online platforms from all over the country under one roof. And for the Bank of Industry, it was an occasion to engage the media and bring them up to speed with the institution's developmental initiatives as driven by its core values, vision and mandate, while calling for greater levels of support and collaboration in its drive to deepen inclusive growth in Nigeria. It was a long but impactful day of incisive presentations from members of the bank's executive management and some of the institution's finest clients here in Lagos, all in an atmosphere of camaraderie.
Nigeria records post-harvest losses and wastages annually in the agricultural sector due to limited processing and preservation capacity. This results in high food prices and food importation, with its attendant effects on the nation's foreign reserves. To enable Nigerians optimize the benefits from the country's vast agricultural products such as cassava, oil palm, rice, tomatoes and others, the Bank of Industry has launched a 5 billion naira cottage agro-processing fund, the CAP Fund. Customers can access the fund to establish plans to process our various agro-produce into food products or intermediate raw materials for industries at a single-digit interest rate of 9% per annum. For more information on the CAP Fund, please visit www.boinigeria.com/capfund. Bank of Industry, developing Nigeria's agro-processing industry through the CAP Fund.
Welcome, Mrs. Tom Okewale. She's the MD.
Here is the 2016 edition of the Parley between business editors, reporters and the executive management of the Bank of Industry. Once everyone settled down, the acting MD CEO, Bank of Industry, Mr. Waheed Olagunju, opened the conference by thanking members of the press for keeping faith with the bank for the last 15 years, but also emphasized the role of the media and communication in nation building, hence the need for the media Parley.
My duty here today is to welcome you to the media Parley and to also thank you and appreciate you for your support and consistent support too over the last 15 years. We need to sensitize our people to the opportunities. Each of the 774 local governments in Nigeria have natural resources that have been documented and identified. One of the studies was conducted by the Raw Materials Society Development Council, and that team was headed by Professor Babiro, the former Vice Chancellor of the University of Ibadan. So as media practitioners, we need to let Nigerians in each of the local governments know what natural resources they have and what they can do with those natural resources. What are the areas in which they have comparative advantages that can be efficiently converted into competitive advantage? No matter your location, where those resources exist, if you know what to do with them, you can become an entrepreneur, you can create jobs for people, create jobs for yourself, and also create wealth. And that's how to achieve high quality of life, that of living standards. Our people perish for lack of knowledge, so they need information on these resources. They need information on what to do with them. Right? If I will give you agricultural products, for example, what can you do with cassava? We can produce garri, we can produce starch. The value chain for cassava, vertically and horizontally, is quite extensive. Because it can also produce ethanol. It can also produce glucose syrup, right, used in the food and beverage industry, which is better than sugar. If locally produced, it's cheaper than imported sugar, and it's less harmful to human beings. So we need to enlighten our people, sensitize them. How do we build their capacity? Because not everybody can be a businessman or a successful businessman. You need to point them in that direction. Then you need capacity first. You need to know what you want to do, how you want to go about it, who can you go to for support. That mandate was established. That mandate that's supposed to help Nigerians build their capacities. And there are a lot of private initiatives too, foreign and domestic, that have been put in motion to help Nigerians.
He closes his first remarks by applauding the quality of the team at the Bank of Industry.
In the last 1 week, Fitch affirmed our AA plus rating at this time alone. But on the sovereign level, we cannot be rated higher than our country because our national rating dropped. Therefore, at the sovereign level, we have to go one notch down as well. But as a standalone, they affirmed the AA plus that were assigned last year. And that is the highest rating assigned to any Nigerian wholly owned financial institution in this country. The other institution that has a higher rating than Bank of Industry is not wholly owned by Nigerians. It's being managed by Nigerians and expatriates. So we are proud of the Nigerian institution that is wholly managed by Nigerians and will be able to maintain this rating.
The first main speaker at the Parley, Executive Director, Corporate Services, Bank of Industry, Mr. Jonathan Tobin, speaks on the Anchor Borrower Program of the Central Bank of Nigeria. The initiative is geared towards de-risking Nigeria's agricultural sector and scaling up local production of commodities on which Nigeria spends so much money importing, and the Bank of Industry's role in executing the project. The Anchor Borrower Program is all about creating an efficient, waste-proof ecosystem linking smallholder farmers to integrated rice mills.
When we commenced this program in CBN, we trained 225 staff of Commercial Bank in collaboration with the Bankers Committee Subcommittee on Economic Development and Sustainability and Gender. Then we took 4 crops, 4 commodities. We looked at rice, we looked at wheat, fish, and palm oil we are going to address. And then the cost of this training was shouldered by Central Bank and NISAL and GIZ. And then the first level training commenced on the 28th of September to 30th of September 2015. Now, under the Anchor Outgrowers Support Program, we had to invite, the Governor of Central Bank invited all the major rice millers for an interactive session to tell them of the program and to secure their buy-in, to secure their participation. After that was done, another part of the concept is that anywhere the Anchor Borrower Program was to be implemented, farmers must be put together in cooperatives, in groups, in clusters. The Anchor Borrower Program does not deal with individual farmers. You have to bring them together in groups, in clusters, in cooperatives, so that you use the group dynamics to work with them, and then they will jointly support one another and encourage one another.
After Mr. Jonathan Tobin's presentation, the Executive Director, Micro Enterprises and Financial Inclusion, Mrs. Toyin Adeniji, steps to the podium. She speaks about the concept of financial inclusion, which aims to bring the unbanked onto financial platforms in such a way that they can use financial services, and why that has become critical to growing the economy. Her presentation drills down to the government's Enterprise and Empowerment Program and the role of the Bank of Industry in delivering the initiative.
This is not a social gifting in that sense. It is a loan, and a loan simply means money that's given to a beneficiary, and it's expected to be paid back. And so again, we're designing and continue to design all the modalities and the framework that will ensure that even as our people benefit from this program, they have an understanding and to know that they have to pay back. In terms of the payback, how are we going to achieve that? We're going to work with intermediaries. BoI, we don't have the retail network. First of all, we're not a deposit-taking bank, so we don't take deposits, or we don't sort of take money from people that we give loan to. But we will work through intermediaries, through intermediaries channels to get the money back. And these are what we call agents. We've called all of them agents. So agents in this case could be banks that are also that have also decided to serve this sector. It could be microfinance banks that are serving this sector or can act as agents the way we want them to act. It could be market aggregators. So these are people that understand how to work with this constituency of people or that sector. It could be other agencies. We've actually come across a few sub-agencies that are also serving this sector. It could be, network providers, mobile money providers. So the agents, really, it's a group of different institutions that will partner with BoI to deliver this program. So that's by way of overview. As I said, the overview is just the thinking that went into the designing of this program, the thinking that sort of put together the early frameworks of how this program will serve the sector, how to make it efficient, how to make it successful, how to make it have the desired impact. So at the end of the day, it's not just another program. One of the things that BoI prides itself in, and one of the reasons why this particular program was brought into BoI is because it was clear that the government needed a financial institution framework to deliver this. So even though it's something that is funded by the government, the fact that it's coming from BoI and from the reputation that